Hi, I'm Mary Black from DeanandMary.com, and today I'm talking about how to borrow influence to build your brand. I got this question from one of my viewers, and what he wanted to know is, if I talk about people who are better known than me, doesn't that build them up? And how does that help me build my brand? He didn't see the connection between the two. So I'm going to answer this question for you real quick and explain to you why borrowing influence from people with more credibility is an incredibly effective way to build your own brand at the same time. Remember, this is a profession that's all about relationships. And when you have strong relationships with people who have greater credibility than you or greater influence, you are conveying to your audience that you know people, that you have learned something, that you're studying from people who know a lot of stuff. Now, this person that you're referencing, by the way, is probably not nearly as accessible as you are. So you can take that influence and referencing them, and you can redirect people over to you and say, hey, come to me because I've learned from this person, I know something from this person, and I'll teach it back to you. That gives you stronger credibility, even though you might not have as much credibility on your own. So it's all about relationships. What you're doing is you're building an association. Cannot spell today, and I'm not worried about it. I'm a visual person, that's why I like to write, so don't worry about my bad spelling. You're creating an association between yourself and a well-known name, someone with influence and someone with authority. By doing that, you build yourself up. That's what this is all about, building associations. Now, what you don't want to do, and I feel like this ought to go without saying, but somebody's going to go out there and think that I said you should do this. You want to give credit to your source. Whatever it is you're doing, you don't want to go out and say, hey, you don't want to take their training or your mentoring or something that you learned from them and put it out in the marketplace as if it's your own. That's just wrong, right? That's just dishonest, and we don't like people like that. You want to give credit back to the source. So in giving credit back to the source, you're automatically borrowing from their influence and building up your own brand through your relationship building and your association with people with better credibility. I hope that makes sense to you. This is a concept that's super important and not one that you just use when you're brand new. In fact, the best marketers out there are masters at borrowing the influence, because I may be an expert in a particular area, but no one is an expert in all areas of marketing. We're always partnering up, or we're always studying from people who have influence and credibility in a particular area. I may not be the strongest person in Facebook, but I'm closely associated with some of the most influential people in Facebook marketing. So I will borrow their influence. I will reference them when I'm talking about Facebook, and as a process, it strengthens my brand. I hope that makes sense. This was a question from a viewer. Like I said, I love when these questions come in. Click on the link below. There's always a link down here below my videos where you can get more information, more of my content. I have a ton of training on these concepts about how to network, build your relationships. You can get on my email list, or you can go over to Facebook. I'll put the link down below that too. Go over to Facebook, click on my Facebook wall, put a question that you have up on my wall. When I see them, I'll answer you back, but then I'll also take it and turn it into one of these videos so that it benefits other people as well. And that'll give us a chance also to connect more closely in some different ways. So I hope this was helpful. I'd love to hear what you think, and keep those questions coming in. Thanks a bunch. I will see you on the next video.